Welcome, Aquarius. Your first card wanted to come out very fast. The Lovers. And this month of October, and most surely as well the month of November, is a month of connections. Connections that have to do with your spirituality, your beliefs, even maybe connections that have something to do with your education or something that you want to do more throughout this period, Aquarius. Probably also needing to choose, being in a crossroads. The Lovers is not only about finding people that you see as part of your soul, or maybe one precise connection that you see as part of your soul, but this is also about situations that they put you in a moment of decision, of saying, if I take this path, I know that I'm not coming back to the past. I'm moving to the future here, maybe in a direction that it might mean a lot of changes regarding you, regarding in general your connections. And I'm doing this reading at the middle of October, Aquarius. And I have my notes of astrology. If you don't know this already, if you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. I like to mix astrology with tarot because I like to use astrology in a way I can connect better in a general basis, which is zodiacal sign. And then the tarot cards, they guide me in a more specific way. So this is just a general reading, guys. So I cannot talk for everybody who is watching the video right now. So please, if something I say today doesn't resonate with you, just take it as it is. Check other videos, maybe check your natal chart. Maybe you have other influences in your chart that might be more important than Aquarius. And otherwise, you can always look for other tarot readers as well. There are thousands there, and maybe you might be able to connect better with them, Aquarius. Now, whatever it comes, and if it does talk to your own personal story, I do hope it really can help you out to maybe confirm some things that you already know, or that you intuitively you were feeling, but you could not put a name to it, Now, I've been checking your chart and what I decided to do, because I'm already at the middle of October, is I'm gonna be talking about what is happening throughout this month of October from the beginning to the end. But I think I'm gonna be talking already about what is coming next month, Aquarius, because this is a time of preparation for what it has to come during the November, and probably what you're starting to see right now, that it's almost like pushing you. There are gonna be so many changes here, and I think that you are the one here who has the key to do this change, because I think that, Aquarius, you had realized that in the past maybe you come from a period where you change a lot, physically, internally, emotionally. Saturn and Jupiter in your sign, while also being in retrograde. The good news about it is that finally throughout this month, actually in a few days, both planets in your sign, they're moving forward. So the battling that you have been feeling, the conflicted energy, these 5 wands, is like an internal conflict that you had inside yourself, Aquarius, because you haven't seen yourself in the same way. And maybe there has been a lot of fighting between some old beliefs and new beliefs you have. And even though you are the sign that doesn't be stuck in the past, and you are like all about the future and visionated like everything that could bring the future, it's like I think that you have to go through many situations that they put you back in history, in your own personal history, Aquarius. You know, situations that I think you felt that in some moments you had to battle yourself, as probably you had to battle other people. Like maybe feeling that you were maybe working in a place, or maybe you had some relationships in your life that is that you were constantly fighting with these people, or having these disagreements, or having this sensation that nobody was in alignment with the ideas you had or that dream that you have. And I think that whatever conflict means in your life, maybe at work, or maybe that important intimate relationship in your life, or maybe could be, man, that family member. You know, Uranus in your fourth is very strong because it's your planet, Uranus, and it's in the house of home, environment, security, stability, family. So it could be maybe that this is something to do about a family member, that you had some unexpected situations that had to change, or they put you in a situation where now you know that there is something here, a new path that you might want to choose. Or maybe you did already, but I think that it's still right now you're in the crossroads, Aquarius. And it's okay. You know? So to talk about what have been, what has been, no, this beginning of October, probably what you might be experiencing still right now, these past weeks, is Mercury was, and still right now, but it's almost over, it's still in retrograde, and it's in Libra in your ninth house, together with Mars, the Sun, and a new moon that we experience on the 6th of this month. So there has been a lot of focus regarding this ninth house. No, the house of belief, higher education, spirituality, meaning, like you being here in search of meaning, meaningful connections, soul connections, or maybe a new path in your career or in something you want to learn, that it's like it gives you much more than probably what you have been doing until right now, Aquarius. And I think that it hasn't been easy for you maybe to process all this, because it has been a lot of information maybe that you had been receiving throughout this period. But while Mercury is in retrograde and these two big planets are in your sign, I feel like in some moments, even though things are starting to become more clear to you about these dreams or this direction you want to take, still you have many obstacles in the middle. It could have been as well that maybe even emotionally speaking, I think that I'm connecting here with an Aquarius, that you have been feeling quite like drained. Like maybe you had some options regarding your emotions, your relationships, as that's what Libra represents. Like maybe connections that have something to do with this dream life you have, or this vision you are exploring right now, this new way of perceiving the world, and like what you want to do about it. And maybe some of these people that you had connected with in the past, they might not have the same vision as you, Aquarius. And then I think that then what happens is that Aquarius is like, man, I'm sitting down here, seeing that these are my options. They might look actually that in a way are fulfilling, but I see that there is something here I'm missing emotionally. You know, like something here is like, it's almost like you feel as stuck regarding these emotions you have and how you perceive maybe the situation. Like, you know that you want something more, and you know, having this card in the center of your reading is like you see it now. It's just that it might be that you're trying to still understand before taking that massive decision, as I'm feeling these cards by now, no? And that movement. The ninth house, a part of talking about high education, spirituality, beliefs, no? It's a house that talks about long distance travels as well. It's a house that is related to everything that comes from the outside, but like, you know, I like to call this house like the existential road trip house in a way, because that's what it really reminds me. And I have here the Chariot. So there is something here that you really want to do here. There is a precise action you want to take because you're tired of feeling unsatisfied. Regarding your career, regarding maybe one precise project in your life, or definitely connections at work, or one precise connection at a family member or like an intimate level, Aquarius. I might be able to precise this reading more when I get more of the cards, okay? But I'm gonna try to talk about all cases possible and by looking at the chart. But it's like a sense of insatisfaction that it's like, you know, you need to move on. And I really feel that there is a new door that is opening here, Aquarius. And maybe this door was already there for a while, but I think that right now you feel ready to take a move. Now, when you see the Chariot coming here, and this is like that fast movement, if you felt that you were not able to move, there were many practical stuff in the middle, or maybe people that had been an obstacle for you throughout this period, or still right now. I really feel that now I think you're starting to see here a path that might take you faster than you even expect to. Now, and I need to connect this as well to what is coming in November, because it might be that as I'm looking at this Chariot and these Lovers, and then the Tower had to come out, and this is how you're coming consciously in the reading, man. Your home, Aquarius. What is happening in your fourth house? I mean, this has been very influential for you throughout this last year, and the news is it's gonna be like that for at least 2026, if no more, because Uranus is gonna stay in Taurus for quite some time. So there are a lot of changes regarding your fourth house. The sense of stability, what you have built as stable, and that now it's completely, it's like it's changing. And you know, when I was saying that I'm looking at these cards and I see an Aquarius that is taking a move, I really think that something here is drastically changing your home environment. Maybe are you moving to another place? Are you traveling to a new location? Are you wanting to, I don't know, man, maybe buy a house or go to live in a community? I mean, man, also with all the alignments are coming, I mean, they're happening right now. We're with Venus that is going to your 11. I mean, it went already to your 11, you know, and then when we enter in a Scorpio season, there is all this activation of your 10th house, which is about how you're seen in the public spheres. And this is right opposing Uranus in Taurus. Some important movements, maybe that has to do with that vocation you have, maybe that dream life, or like something that you really want to take action here, because it's like this is something that is enlightening you. Aquarius. And it's something that maybe even if you try to avoid or people try to push this, it's like right now you cannot push it away anymore. You have to do it. And it feels very unstable. Uranus in this fourth house, when we enter in November, and you have all this Scorpion energy, plus the South Node is in Scorpio, a fellow fixed sign as Taurus and Leo for you, Aquarius. So, I mean, I'm trying to make this clear because I really felt the need to mix these 2 months together, and we'll see if I get the chance to do your reading for November. But I really felt I needed to talk about November already because I think there is something here that, or someone there that really needs to listen to this. Because I feel like there is so much shakiness right now, Aquarius, but for the good. Believe me, man. If you're right now in a moment where you feel like emotionally drained, stuck, and you know that this change, it feels very shaky, I think that you know that this is exactly what you want. And so what happens in November in this fourth house is that we're gonna have a lunar eclipse in Taurus conjuncted to Uranus. And the North Node, so just to make it, not in a way, if you don't know this, every year and a half, the North, we have a cycle of the North Node and South Node. And these are very important points in the astral chart. So maybe this is something that you might be interested in checking regarding like when you were born, like where is your North Node, like where you're guided, or maybe where is something here that is almost like calling you to do. That might mean breaking out the past. And then the South Node, that it's related to our past. No, to our past experiences, from what we come from, and maybe what we might need to let behind in some cases, no, or look at from a different perspective. So what happens during this month, October, November, is that the North Node is going into Taurus, while Uranus and this eclipse, lunar eclipse, is happening on the 19th of November. And also the South Node in Scorpio in your 10th house opposing your 4th with the Sun, Mars, Mercury, and a new moon as well just before the eclipse. So, man, this month of November for all the fixed signs is gonna be like the bomb. And you know, of course, everybody might experience it in different ways. For some, this change might come from something very little that might have actually a lot of consequences. And for others, might be big things or big dramas that actually will be more internal or have more repercussions in the internal way than in the outside. But definitely this is a month of change, like this period, end October and November. This is a month of change and probably unexpected surprises. You know, maybe something that it's like this, maybe you want to travel. Or maybe you're taking a move regarding your work, like you have a new position at your work that might require from you to leave a place that you used to live. Maybe you live for a very long time in one location and now you get this opportunity that means moving your ass. No? Going to another level, Aquarius. But it's shaky, man. It's shaky and I know it feels uncomfortable. But if there is one sign that can take this shakiness the best, it's you, Aquarius. Page of Wands. That venture, that maybe hobby you have, or that opportunity at work that even though might look like very small, this is something that you are very passionate. Or maybe, who knows, maybe a new love offer, or somebody from your family is coming to you unexpectedly and telling you, hey man, why don't we do this right now? Don't you want to maybe do this project with me and start doing here something that might mean entering in a period of a lot of movement, exploring new ideas, new meaningful ideas that is like, man, this Page of Wands is quite different from this Four of Cups as it's coming in your obstacle, no? Like this sense of insatisfaction I see here as your problem. It's like you realizing that something here for you is not enough anymore. Because what you want is not the Four of Cups, it's the 10, Aquarius. I mean, man, I cannot do it more clear. I can't. You want the 10 of Cups. Coming in your hopes and coming in your fears. You don't want to stay in the 4. You want more. You want the ultimate emotional fulfillment. Connections that you can share at so many levels. Whatever if that important connection at work, or that person that maybe brings you this new idea, or you want to work with them or do this collaboration that maybe starts by something very little, but this you know that this is your maximum fulfillment, Aquarius. And it's like changing you. No matter at what level this is coming from, maybe it's just professional, but I really think that this is a big shakeup for you. Like, probably you even didn't think that this could have such strong repercussions. How is it possible that this little page could bring so much? And you're like looking at it and thinking, man, this looks like a wish come true. I mean, kind of just stay sitting down here, being dissatisfied by my situation, feeling that I still need to battle myself or battle these people or that situation and that situation, or maybe could I just go through this change and maybe offer this possibility to someone, or you receiving this offer in an unexpected way as I'm looking at this. Now, when the 10 of Cups is coming here, and you know, I connected to these lovers, it's like you're having a call here. It's like you are seeing and you know exactly what is worth it for you right now, what it has a meaning in your life right now. Maybe some people that you know you need to let go here because it's like it's just about fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting instead of moving forward. And then maybe something here that, or it's just about you know, that conflict you had inside yourself of you feeling maybe that you wanted to move but you could not move. Or maybe some of these things that you were looking at, they might have gone against some preconceived ideas you have even about yourself. And then when this thing comes, those preconceptions, they don't have place anymore, Aquarius. It's like you want the 10 and you see it. But I have to say, as I'm looking at these cards, this spread, Aquarius, I feel that you want this so bad. And I think that right now during this period, maybe already now through October, or maybe throughout the beginning of November, or maybe this eclipse in Taurus, in your 4th house, when we are in a Scorpio season, I really think there's something here is coming that is like being the lightning bolt in your head. But you are very scared of this happiness. I think that when this opportunity comes, or maybe this person arrives in your life, if it didn't already, or this message, maybe you receive that message, or you send that message, no? Yeah, during this period. It's like, I feel like you are scared that this might be just an illusion instead of being reality. Because this is coming in your hopes, but this is also your biggest fear, Aquarius. Like, you want this so bad that I think you might be afraid that this will be too much of a dream to be real, to be realistic. No. To feel this fulfillment that is like, the Ten of Cups is the maximum of joy you can have, together with the Sun card. It's like this card that talks about feeling that you have all the cups, all the emotions, no matter the issues, no matter the shakiness, no matter that needing to move, no matter needing to leave maybe behind the past, taking a direction that might mean some risk here. It's like you feeling the maximum of fulfillment. But man, I really think that this is something that you even didn't think you wanted. And the shakiness is that realization that actually you want this. How crazy, Aquarius. How crazy, man. You're such a crazy bastard. And I like you so much. Ready? Man. I feel really that there is something here that you might need to assume. Because it's like, you want this so much that, wow. I feel like there is something here that you might want to say, that you might want to express, a movement you want to take, Aquarius, a very passionate action with the Skin of Wands coming here. And also, I'm gonna say this, like, what is happening with Venus? Because, Venus, she's the planet of love, attraction. Many times she talks about how we relate to our environment as well, and also finances. It's also about money and all that. But it's Venus, it's gonna enter, it already entered right now in your 11th house, no? Sag. And this is quite a fiery Sag, Leo, Aries kind of vibe, this card together with this card here. And Venus is gonna enter in your 11th house. It's already there, excuse me. And so the 11th house is actually your house, no? It's a house of friends, dreams, acquaintances, groups of people that you meet that have something to do with this dream you have. Maybe that vocation or that career that you want to take right now, or that is coming as a choice throughout this period, or already did, and now is the moment to move, Aquarius. When Venus is in this 11th house, you're attracting here a lot of new people. Well, also all this season of Libra, man, having all this activation of your 9th house that is also about relationships that have to do with this meaning, this spirituality, and all these things I was talking about before. I think that during this period, you're starting to see that you are attracting the right people to do maybe that creative project, to start doing maybe something that you think is worth doing. here, Aquarius. You know, it's like you finding here also, maybe they are new, maybe they are not new. Maybe this might mean people that they are already existing in your life, but maybe during this period they come out with you, to you with new ideas, or you see them in a different light. But you know, it's like Venus, what it does, she attracts. So I definitely think that you might be here attracting probably new people or new opportunities that have something to do with these relationships that are asking you to move. And it's almost like they are opening this door that Aquarius is like, man, finally I can get rid of this, you know, and finally I can start feeling that my cups are being fulfilled. Now, once Venus enters in Sag, and then we are gonna enter in Scorpio season by the 24th of October, and during this month of November, what is gonna happen is that Venus, after being in Sag, and when we have all this axis between Scorpio and Taurus that I think is gonna be so intense for you, Aquarius. Most surely if you have placements in Scorpio or Taurus. Venus is gonna enter in Capricorn, your 12th house, subconscious, or the occult, things that have been kept hidden, you know, from you and even the collective, because it's not just about your own unconscious, but it's about the collective, you know. And so Pluto is in Capricorn already for a while, and it's moving direct through this month of October. And then Venus, once it does its transit to this house, it might be that some important connection from your past might come out to the light. Something that maybe in the past you saw as conflict, maybe unresolved issues with one precise connection, or just in general connections, okay? Maybe this is not just one person, but it could be definitely people in general that have something to do with your past. And this is not just short-term past, this is long-distant past, Aquarius. People that have influenced you in a way, the way you think and the way you perceive certain situations, no, at a very deep level, almost to the point that, you know, like these people that even though maybe they had been very short present in your life, they had made a huge impact in your life. That maybe this is something that you didn't see in that precise moment, but now with all this energy in your 12, it's like coming back to you. And it could be, no, if I will have to talk about here something more precisely, I mean, man, this could definitely be that connection that maybe was not solved. Maybe that romantic connection that was hidden for a while, or there was a lot of things that were not really said at that time or in that moment. And maybe something here is happening, maybe unexpected encounter of some kind, or maybe unexpected message that you send to this person or that this person sent to you, that it puts you again into, you know. And I'm not saying here that maybe you want to reunite and reconnect with this person, as this person will be the love of your life. Okay, that's, of course, that's up to you if this is something that might happen or is happening to you right now. But it's more about, I think that you have something to solve about this person, Aquarius. And I see the same person here that's coming as a page, but it's coming here as a Queen of Wands as well. Someone that you might see, whatever gender, guys, as somebody that is very fiery, very intuitive, very, you know, she's or he might be a go-getter, somebody that is very determined with what they want, you know, and they're not scared about doing these things, like really, like when they get an idea, they just go for it in their own way and in their own rhythm, because, you know, she's a Queen of Wands, so they might be very proud. I mean, maybe this character is somebody that has kind of like this proudness about them, but they are so, I mean, attractive. And I think socially as well, very rich in a way, like somebody that is very active socially speaking. And probably even maybe regarding the creativity, maybe this is somebody that has to do with this possibility at work. You know, somebody that maybe has something to do with this new position or this movement you want to take that might mean such a big change, Aquarius. But I think that, as I said, and I need to finish the reading like this, Aquarius, and then I will be very happy to read your comments if this is something that resonated with you, because this might come as unexpected to you, and it's almost like, but to be honest, you are the one here that has the key to this change. You are the one here who is in the position of having to choose and opening this path. You know? Like, maybe this is coming from the outside, but it's like you are the one that, maybe with this information that comes as very small, it's like, you know, that you are actually the one that it's gonna have to take this mood. You know? Even though it might look difficult, Aquarius, because I think that you have been in such a draining energy, like fighting yourself, fighting others, not being happy where you were at, not being probably happy with some relationships in your life, like what you were getting emotionally. And then I think that the stroke right now, it's so strong that it's like you cannot fucking deny it anymore. No matter how hard it means to take the two horses in the same direction. Because the obstacles are gonna be there. The necessary change is there, and I think this is gonna be quite drastic. As I said, man, I think this is something that might touch even your home, your work, your relationships. I think this is gonna be a huge period, man, of change. So, from the outside as from the inside, Aquarius. So, man, really take those horses and move on, Aquarius. I'm sending you all my strength for this period. If you are interested in having a private reading with me, don't doubt to contact me via my email. And of course, if you like this video, don't doubt to click like or subscribe. You know, it's a way that always helps me to develop more this channel. And guys, thank you for watching. I'm gonna see you probably next month, okay? Bye bye, Aquarius. Take care.